Welcome everybody to another Voice of Nick show. We're playing more Witcher 3, and Geralt is looking very Christopher Reeve today. He's looking very Supermanic because he is possessed by, what's his name, Von Everett. Okay, so we want to talk to Master Mirror, but we also just wanted to do general wedding stuff. Let's see what we got over here.
Enjoy yourself. Go on.
Gaming hours, hyped for gameplay, but sad for being almost over. Yeah, I couldn't put it better myself. I'm glad for the time we have, but I'm sad that it's going away soon. Rogue Spectre, welcome to the show. Let's get an exclamation mark high for Rogue Spectre. You had a hard time getting into The Witcher 3. Heard it gets better once you get a few hours in? Oh, well, yeah, you gotta give any game a few hours in. The first time I stopped playing it was around 50 hours in. But yeah, it certainly gets good, you know, a few hours in. I think it's great from the start, but yeah. The Witcher 3 has one of the fastest, like, time to open world quotients that I've ever really seen in an open world game. Even faster, I'd say, than, like, Skyrim or Oblivion, because those always have, like, a 2 or 3 hour opening sequence. Witcher, you probably get into the open world in the first, like, 45 minutes. But yeah, we've played 235 hours of this game so far, something like that, so we've certainly passed the first 3 hours, and I can say it gets insanely good.
Your health, Sir Dwarves. May your beards grow long, but never tangle round your ankles.
To the young lovers, may their loins never cool. May they sire many a bairn and reap gobs of coin.
Alright, so where's Master Mirror? He's up there. Okay, Master Mirror is upstairs. What are you up to tonight, Rogue Spectre? Oh crap, we only have until midnight to do the wedding activities.
Do you need help?
Shani, darling. Oh, you shan't believe what's happened. I'm marrying off my only daughter. Wanted a proper wedding for her, wild revelry. So I hired a true fire eater. You know, whoosh, scoop, sizzle, sizzle.
Ooh, I've not seen that sort of trickery.
Horribly dear diversions of that sort. He journeyed here from Novigrad.
That'll not squeeze coppers on my daughter, oh no. The groom's family have us for paupers, but we'll show them how wrong they are.
Seems we won't, in fact, for our fire swallowers as gone as last Yule's pudding.
Groom's hound chased him off. That blasted demon. Ugh, they sure named it right.
Calm yourself, Dumpling. Master Witcher's here now. Perhaps he can aid us.
Before I can begin my witcherly investigation, I require guidance, clues. Tell me all you know. Everything.
Well, the fire eater arrived around noon, ate his fill of food, not fire, then went for a stroll to air some gases, he said. That horror demon saw him and started barking like a thing possessed.
Why so?
Haven't a clue. Didn't like the man, sent something awry. Perhaps if the man swallowed fire. Animals fear fire.
If I feared, it would have fled, not given chase.
Damn fool dog. How can you know? But it snapped its chain and chased the fire eater into the woods.
Foolish or not, it's our son-in-law's beloved pet. There'll be hell to pay if it goes missing.
You needn't worry. The Witcher, that is, I, will find this swallower of heated things.
Oh, mighty generous offer, but no one knows where to look.
Matters not. Witchers, that is, we have our ways. The Flame Gulper, what did he look like?
He wore a jester's cap. Typical sort. Ought to be enough to identify him.
I shall find him.
We thank you, and hope for the best.
Awfully nice of you to offer your help, but are you sure you're up to it? You're not actually a Witcher, Vladimir.
I wish to find this magician. Give it a go, all right? But you cannot help me. I must do it alone. I expect it will be great fun.
Fine. Don't have to do this, but if I were you, I'd find the dog's tracks, follow its trail. Just a thought.
Excellent advice. I'll take it.
Shani, Vladimir and I need to find the Fire Eater. If we're not back by midnight, then...
Relax. We'll be back in no time. I believe in you.
Tally-ho. Adventure awaits.
Damn, I need to find more excuses to say tally-ho in my everyday speech. Aha!
A dog made these tracks true, but a small one. And judging by its house, Demon is a hulk, but beggars can't choose their tracks. So I shall follow these. The hound tore its chain off the wall. Underfed, it seems. Or else the ash liquor really boiled the mutt's blood.
Oh, look at that. It's considered 8 p.m. and the time does not change. So we're not actually timed on how long we have to be at this wedding. That's good. Rogue Spectre saying, let me rephrase. I had a hard time staying engaged with the story at the beginning, but I often can feel overwhelmed when you're given so much to do at the start. Yeah, no, I know exactly what you're talking about in that regard. That is a good way to rephrase it, because yeah, when I started the game, I was like, damn, this game is awesome from the outset, but it immediately made me very intimidated. The same way that I feel with a lot of Assassin's Creed games, like later in the timeline, before Origins, like Assassin's Creed Unity, I think was the highest point of like, they give you like a trillion quests at once, and then it's like, well, I'll never be able to finish this. Like, it's very intimidating. Witcher does it pretty well, I think, but it's throwing a lot of stuff at you, for sure.
A bone not so clean, I've only ever seen two like this. One in an anthill, the other when I caught a hen after not eating for a week. Its bowl is chipped. Tried to devour its bowl along with its supper. Daft mutt.
Yeah, if you are asking for a recommendation, or if you want one, then highly recommend The Witcher 3. It's
Following some dog's trail?
incredible.
Not exactly how I imagined this wedding. Following some dog's trail? Not exactly how I imagined this wedding. Think I'll wait here.
Wonderful, my juicy pair. I shall continue my travails while you rest. Shan't be long now.
Yeah, and the DLCs for this game, this is one of the DLCs, this one where we get possessed by a ghost. The DLCs are even better, if you can believe it. Like, The Witcher 3 is one of my favorite games of all time at this point, and then the DLCs are even better than the main storyline.
A broken branch, as if one too heavy sought to scamper up this tree. Seems our fire eater swallows a great deal more than fire, or perhaps someone was merely gathering kindling. Ah, there is joy in this ferreting. A spark spitter's cap, if ever I've seen one. As jesterly as they come. Chap must have lost it running from Demon. Two conclusions, then. Our magician is fat, and a coward.
Rogue Spectre saying, my juicy pear. Yeah, this guy is great. I wish there would be a whole game of, like, there's a few characters in the Witcher series that, like, I would totally watch a buddy cop show of Geralt and the Ghost, or, like, a few of the other characters in Witcher. The same way that I would watch a buddy cop show of Garrus and Thane in the Mass Effect games, or Garrus and anybody, or Thane and anybody. Those two characters, they can have their own spin-off shows of just themselves as well.
Missing man, missing mutt.
Am I seeing this right? That gammy puss ran up a tree to escape that puppy.
Guess so. You, get down.
Oh no, no bloody chance. I value my life.
What do we do?
Sit.
Now that is power. If I'd had that, the Horsons never would have gutted me. Make it do some folly. Roll about on the ground. That sort of sport.
No.
Oh, could you be any more of a bore? I'll do it myself.
Roll over. Leave it alone.
Were I to command it to eat its own tail, it would do so, right?
Demon, doghouse now.
Now what have you done? Why ever? Ruin my fun.
Have it at the wedding. Climb down. Man-eating beast's gone, as you can see.
You sure it won't return?
Positive.
Better safe than sorry, I always say.
Geralt, this jester is drunk as a skunk. I hope he's not polished off that bottle yet.
I saved your life, man. Do you not at least owe me a sip?
Course. Bottoms up.
I say, cracking good mead. Now I understand why you wanted some private time with it.
Fine mead, true. But I was fleeing an hound. Hound? But it was a monster. A furry, faggy devil. They chose a fitting name for it.
Your cap, sir. Lost it running from that pup like a gutless coward.
Ah, my dearest cap. Always brought me good luck it has. I'll wear it for every performance.
You're a man whose trade is literally to play with fire. How can you fear a tiny runt of a dog?
Was a monster! A demon!
So you said. You're a stoneless coward, sir. That's that.
Oh, beg your pardon. I'm not a coward. I'm cautious. Know what become of a fire eater who paid no heed to caution?
I suppose he might singe his tongue.
Guessed it. Settles that misunderstanding.
If I was a fire eater, I wouldn't grow a mustache, that's for one thing.
You can forget about performing in your state.
And just what state would that be?
Look at yourself, man. You're a tramp, can barely stand, let alone perform.
First off, that's bollocks. Second, I'm a fire eater, not a stilt walker. Standing straight ain't a requirement.
This may be my only chance to ask. Your fire-guzzling trickery, how does it work?
Oh, they tossed me out the guild if I told. Except if I took you on as an apprentice. In half a year's time, you'd learn.
I haven't half a year. Come, just between you and me. We've drunk together. We're practically brothers.
Drank it all yourself. You're no brother of mine.
You dare toy with me this way? Very well. Refuse to tell me, and I shall leave you here as a morsel for any passing boars, bears, or bloodthirsty fawns. So choose wisely.
This here's assault. He's suppressing the arts.
Out with it.
I got the special mixture I drink before every show. After that I can eat fire, spit fire, do what I please. It don't burn nothing.
Is that all? Where's the art in it? Any dribbling imbecile can smear his throat with a protective slurry.
I've had just about enough of this. First they release the hounds, then come and steal my meat, and now insults. I'm done here. Goodbye.
Didn't mean to offend the bloody charlatan. Do something.
Listen, I'll give you some more coin and you'll go back to the wedding.
Are you daft? This extortionist's already got his due.
Take it or leave it.
Right. Convincing.
Honourless prick. Olgierd had it right. All artists are whores.
Let's go. Coming or not?
I'm coming. I'm coming.
To the wedding, then. Perhaps I'll find some more interesting diversions there.
It's weird how the
Keep
ghost
calm,
is so much
stay
louder than
close.
everyone.
I shan't say a step. Wild animals behind every stump in these woods.
Uh-oh.
Yes! Bear!
bear. That, as much as your cock's a tent pole. Hide, you blind fool.
This guy has some good one-liners, the ghost. Did we get him? Oh, he died of poison.
Tell me, are bears often boar-shaped in your experience?
Got weak eyes, see? Besides, I'm a fire eater, not some damn naturalist.
Indeed you are not, Master. Believe I failed to ask. What do they call you?
David Altonsborough.
Listen here, Master Hattonsborough. Stay close, and no harm will come to you. I'll see to it your drunken, fire-spitting gob gets to the wedding safe and sound. The missing fire blower is missing no more. It was my doing, if I may say so myself.
And Demon? What's with him?
He failed to return.
No, he did. He's just acting mighty strange.
Seems to be in a muddle of sorts. Got as much life in him as a carrot.
Might have eaten some nightshade or whatnot.
Your attention, please. I invite all to witness a spectacle unrivaled. A man so bold as to eat fire.
We must watch the trickery. Never saw anything like it while alive. First Witcher contract. Done. Fire Eater found. His ass saved. If I could live again, I'd be a Witcher for damn certain.
Wonderful wedding. It's clear the newlyweds
I
parents
shall
showed no sense.
breathe fire. Mark this day, good folk. For your eyes will not witness a feat so daring anytime soon. Sick. Sick of it all.
Oh, he's gonna do it. Rogue Spectre saying you'll play it again eventually, maybe when second season releases. Nice. I do recommend it.
Perhaps you'd care to sit down to some Gwent with us.
Most certainly would. You needn't ask twice, midget.
No need for insults.
I'm sorry. I meant no offense.
Were that true, you wouldn't have called him a midget.
I've apologized. What else would you have me do? Bring him flowers?
I'd have you play and stop talking.
Let us play, gentlefolk.
What's your wager?
Everything. The whole lot. I'm all in.
I never knew you to be such a gambler.
You shall see many new sides of me this night, my dear. Many large sides.
Normally we play that the loser's got to wear the ass ears.
I needn't care. I shan't lose.
Alright, Gwent time. It ain't a party if there isn't Gwent being played. Okay, we got some good stuff. We got one of the darkness cards. We can get rid of probably both of these. What's he playing? That might be Northern Realms, I think. Let's get rid of this guy. Oh, we got another one of these. Okay. Oh, we got a Scorch. That's good. Is this Northern Realms? Yes. Destroy your strongest siege units if the combined strength is 10 or more, which it could end up being. Actually, it would only be 9 based on what we have now. And he does not have the archer killer ability. Let's just throw in Siri and see what he does. Oh, he's got us pound for pound then. Okay. I really need a spy or something. We don't have that many cards with power to them. We don't have any doublers. We just have a lot of... Ooh, this is gonna hurt him. Okay. So that gave him 32 points, but boom, baby. Love it. Alright, he's still throwing his weight around. He's gonna need to put in one more card. We could throw in the darkness cards. Oh my god, this would be an excellent play. Ready for this? Oh my god, if this works. I don't think this works because you can't take them from your discard. You can only take them from your deck. Ready for this? If we had a Skellige deck, we could use the darkness, which would then pull in 3 other darkness cards, all of equivalent power. Then we could decoy one of the darkness cards, end the round with 3 of the 4 cards from the darkness pile, which come in anywhere from your deck. They don't have to be in your hand. Then the next round, we would use our Skellige ability, which shuffles all of the discard cards back into your deck. And then we would throw the darkness again, and it would bring in all the cards again. That would be an insane play. But we can't do it with this deck. Okay, so what we're going to do instead is... let's throw down the catapult just to make him waste cards, and then we'll pull it back with a decoy. I wish I could do that darkness thing, but I don't think it would work. Oh, he has a spy. Uh-oh. Well, now we're in a bit of trouble. Now we're in a big bit of trouble because I think we will have to pass on this turn and hope that he doesn't have any powerful cards. Damn, he has more spies. And he has a dragon. Oh, and he killed his own Siggy Reuben card. If I get it... Oh, but I didn't win the round, so... Yeah, I think mathematically speaking, we have lost because we cannot... We don't have enough cards. He brought in too many with his spies. Yep, and he scorched us. Alright, well that's not going to work out. We're going to have to wear the donkey ears. Yeah, this is all we got. We don't have anything else.
You lose, Witcher. Hand over the wager. Everything.
Perhaps we could reach an arrangement?
No weaseling out of this. Hand over the coin.
What do we do now?
Feel good losing somebody else's coin?
I meant to win, give you the coin. I've no need for it in the grave.
But you lost, so now I've got to pay up.
I say, he talking to himself. Roaring drunk already, that's it.
We can't fleece a drunk. Have him don the cap and we'll call it even.
Just a minute. Bloke needs a lesson. I say he dons the cap and gives us 5% of the coin he has.
Hear that? Agreed. 5% is yours, and I shall wear the cap. Never fear. A man must do what a man must do, and Vladimir von Everek's a man among men.
Hear that? So sloshed he thinks he's Vladimir von Everek.
Rogue's long dead, by my reckoning.
Exactly.
Those ears. You look, interesting.
Time to drink. We are at a wedding.
Aye, let's drink. My time's as short as you are, friends.
To the Witcher and his betrothed.
Hear that, Shani? My betrothed. Know what that means?
No. What?
It means we should act as befits the betrothed.
And what's that mean?
I woo you, you resist. But it all ends as everyone knows it must. Ah, the merriment. Good show indeed. Let's continue the ball.
Man, we got slaughtered in that Gwent match.
I think you look charming.
Quite the lark, this Gwent. Onward to the next diversion.
I wonder if this counts. Oh, we can't actually go in our inventory, so I can't take off the hat.
Give us a kiss.
I never say no to a lady. To your fair beauty, and to yours, Shani, naturally.
Your elfin happiness. Fortune smile upon you, White Wolf.
Give us a
Yes,
kiss,
Witcher?
donkey love.
What's this kid doing?
Are you a wizard?
Playing hide and seek, I guess.
White wolf turned into the white ass.
Of all these flowers, you, my dear, are the loveliest.
Believe the young man's mistaken me for another.
Not at all. I like my women as I like my peaches. Fuzzy and well ripe.
That's enough. Get going. You're drunk and randy. Nothing good's ever come of that mix.
Donkeys, that's the spitting image of that, Geralt.
Look there, Shani. The ladder begs us to scamper to its top, where we can converse.
Then let us scamper.
But how so? Just like that?
There aren't that many ways to scale a ladder.
What's the hurry?
Let's sit. Come now.
Just like that.
I'm all ears. What would you have us talk about? I'm sorry, converse about.
Well, when it comes right down to it,
Yes?
you see, the thing is,
Come now, spit it out. Yes, just as I thought. Come, it's time we return.
Well, she called him on it.
What's just as you thought? I find you intimidating.
Loudly lowing cows only ever give a little milk.
I've only ever dealt with simple maids, whereas you're a surgeon. I believe I was right not to just take you and... Well, I was right to take the more romantic approach.
Oh, all right. Now come, we were to enjoy ourselves. Let's do just that.
So I got a Gwent card called Cow. I've never seen this. Summon Avenger. When this card is removed from the battlefield, it summons a powerful new unit to take its place. Is this the only place we can get this card? Is this like an ultra rare card? Where the heck did we get this? We've never seen that.
What a wonderful wedding. It's clear the newlyweds' parents spared no expense.
Give us a kiss, donkey love.
Alright, where's Gunter O'Dim?
That gingerbread's now but flour, honey, eggs and spices.
I beg to differ, madame. You omit the most important ingredient of gingerbread. Time.
What sort of balderdash is he feeding them?
Quiet. If you listen, you'll learn.
Time? What do you mean, time? An ingredient?
Time gives the proper consistency. Time provides that ideal crunch on the outside, the delicious moistness within.
So how much of this time does it take?
That you will not find in any recipe. You must surrender to your senses. Let them lead you so close to time, you touch it, let you sniff it, stroke it even. Time. Time is the key. Greetings, Shani. I must introduce myself. Gaunter O'Dib. My, what a lovely dress. The colour suits you exquisitely.
Thanks. I've heard a lot about you, but no one mentioned cooking. Seem to know quite a bit about gingerbread.
Quite simply, I know a lot about everything.
Is that so? What do you know about me?
That you were ever the worst brother, that you envied Olgierd from your earliest days, and always wished to be just like him.
How do you know I'm not Geralt? Hold on. This shirt is like awkward to wear this microphone on because it's got buttons at the top.
Wait, you can see me? That is, me, Vladimir von Everek?
Of course. Why ever wouldn't I?
Because I'm in Geralt's body, the Witcher's, and...
Just who would I be if the true nature of things remained hidden from me? Someone like you, meaning no one.
I wouldn't want to get blood on my damsel's dress, but insult me once more and...
You shan't touch me. I know you'd very much like to act like your brother in this situation, demonstrate how manly you are, but let's be honest, nothing will come of it. You're simply not him, no matter how much you wish you were.
Rubbish. I never envied my brother.
Of course you did. He was a shining role model. Olgierd ran faster, shot truer, lifted greater weights. Olgierd learned to read first, although you tried your damnedest to beat him. As you grew up, he had his pick of girls, whereas you made do with the leftovers.
I apologize, Shani. I'm rather sorry you have to hear this.
Stop fooling yourself. Shani isn't here for you. She's here for Geralt. Even after death, you still play the pale imitation. Oh, by the way, Olgierd's a much better dancer.
You lying dog. That's my brother. I loved him.
The question is, were you as dear to him as he seems to have been to you?
He made a hero of me in death. In my last battle, in truth, I was far from valiant. 5 came at me. I'll not deny it, I fled. I hid in a cellar, yet they found me. Cornered me like a rat. But Olgierd told everyone I flew at all 5. Took them on all at once. Alone.
I'm rather curious how you know all this.
Olgierd visits my grave. Often. Pours a drink for me. Gets soused himself. And talks of the old times. He cannot see me. But I hear his every word.
Well, perhaps one day he'll say something very surprising.
What are you getting at?
I shan't disturb you any longer. Have a splendid time, for time is short.
Shani, I'm sorry,
It's all right. That was... forget him. We're here to enjoy ourselves, right? Let's go. The night's still young.
All lies. lies, not a word of truth.
Don't let it bother you.
Old Geard was not just my brother. More importantly, he was my best mate.
Let it go. I believe you. And now revel on. Time won't wait. I'll leave you for a moment. As a bridesmaid, I need to be by the bride for the capping.
Go on, Shani. I'll manage fine alone. Ladies and gentlemen, this night I've tasted of life's delights so fiercely, I've decided to make a speech.
Geralt, there's no need.
No need? Why, there's every need. Till now, I'd always considered peasant jollities unworthy of a gentleman. For tell me, who among you would rub shoulders with swineherds if born a noble? I delighted in the beauty of buxom farm wenches, of course, and indeed still do. Given more time, I'd prove this to each and every maiden here. Farmhands are a different story. Never took any note of them. Had one or two groom my mounts. They did this well, but were never worthy of conversation. Nay, not even if you paid me. For one must live by certain principles, am I right? But this day has changed all. Beneath the muck and dung, a peasant is a man. I understand this, thanks to you. You've still shite all to talk about, but I don't mind anymore. For this, I thank you, and say, you are well loved.
It's almost midnight. Time for the capping.
Wait, I'm not done.
Oh, yes, you are. All the maids join in the capping.
You're a maid too, Shani.
Midnight chime has struck. The capping times are come. What thoughts in young hearts prance? What dreams make young blood run? Be they nice, be they vice, of jestily or lordly stance, out they'll come in this hour's dance.
Toast the lovely couple, then give them a few weeks, and we'll toast their lovely bed with its pale and puffy cheeks. Don't you mind our song? We don't sing to be unkind. We sing so we can empty yet another shrine. Brides won't hope eternal, bride will best beware, or she'll make you a cuckold in the coming year. What's the groom a thinking? Storm upon his brow. Must be said gallant, gallant, gallant cow. You'll get the cow, out the bull, the calf, the hay. So drink and be merry. Tis your wedding day.
Bishop holds. Whoever caught the garland shall be next to wed.
That really necessary?
It came rushing back in a torrent. How we caroused at old Geard's wedding. I couldn't resist. Had to pen a few words. Will you give him the letter?
I will.
Thanks. You're a good chap, Witcher. Dull as dirt, but good. A lovely custom. Blushing maids, twirling in dance, their hair swirling freely, their bodices undone, their bouncing...
Will you stop?
Did you see it? Shani caught the garland. She'll be next to marry as peasant superstition has it.
Maybe. Doesn't matter. It's past midnight. Time for you to go back to the crypt.
I can't. I'm not finished here.
It's past midnight. You can take off those lovely ears. Only if you want to, of course.
Lovely as they are, think I'll put them away for now.
Is Vladimir's ghost gone?
You see? She asks after me. Misses me already.
I'm here, my ever-loving tulip. That kiss as we danced made my head so light, a team of hellish stallions could not tear me away before I receive one more. Or two more. Or as many as you'll give.
You seem to have enjoyed yourself. I'm glad.
A kiss. I knew it would end this way. An end that is but a beginning.
No, it's just an end. It's after midnight. Your time has come.
Ah, we needn't fret such trifles. Death's not come to claw me back, so why not continue our revels?
What's Geralt think about that? You gave your word.
Shawnee, darling, I'm dead. Can't expect too much from a corpse.
Vladimir von Everec, go back whence you came. Please.
Stay out of this.
Stop! I beg you! Stop!
Get ye hence, or I'll take you with me, and your mouldy crypt will look like paradise in comparison. The choice is yours.
Don't torture him.
I promise he'll not die.
Gods, what is this?
Didn't have to make him suffer.
Of course I needn't have. But I could.
I hope you didn't hurt him.
I disposed of a pest. There was no need for you to suffer his cheek any longer. Geralt had finished his task, you see, so...
Yes, I know. As soon as he finishes one task, he needs to rush off to the next.
Who knows? Perhaps this time will be different. I saw you looking at each other, and it just so happens I also know the history you share.
You do? How?
Shani, darling, would you ask an eagle how it knows how to fly? Regardless, what matters is Vladimir von Everec will bother you no more.
I'd like to stay longer, but...
Don't make excuses, Geralt. I'm not angry. A witcher has to ply his trade, follow his path. As for me, well, perhaps I expected too much of this wedding. Got the wrong impression.
Not sure I understand.
Never mind. I should find Aldona. I am her bridesmaid, after all.
Ah, there it is. The face of a man who's failed to understand a woman.
You understand her?
Of course. Women are simple. The problem is that men are hopeless fools. Your friend will now make a show of being hurt, pick her some flowers, or bring her a drink. She'll get over it in a snap.
Rather manage without your advice, thank you.
She cares for you. You have feelings for her. Don't overthink it. Surrender to spontaneous honesty. Nothing more beautiful in human relationships. You needn't end like Aldona and Jonas. Besotted fools bound by a contract they'll never escape. Seize the night. Seize your chance. Enjoy one another. That's it. Have fun.
Let the good times roll. We got a thingy there. An achievement. I thought Gunter O'Dim was gonna do like a Psycho Mantis with our save file of The Witcher 1, like tell us what we did. Okay, here we go. Read Shawnee's entry in the character journal to find out what might cheer her up. Wow. We've never seen it require that before. Okay, let's go to the character thing. Shawnee. I don't think they ever give her a last name. Geralt entered the Oxenford sewers expecting to hunt down a hideous monster, so you can imagine his surprise when one of his dark, slimy corridors he ran into Shawnee, an old and dear friend. Geralt and I had first met this extraordinary young woman years earlier, when she was just a coltish co-ed. But by this time she had grown to a dignified doctor and a fearless field medic for the Redanian army. This latter role had led her and a unit of soldier escorts to descend into the sewers. Their goal was to gather a sample of the venom spewed by the monstrosity squatting there. Geralt, a gentleman through and through, agreed to help her in her task. Geralt's encounter with Vladimir von Everick reminded him that he and Shawnee had once shared passionate, though passing, feelings for each other. He had also become aware that some remnant of these feelings was still lodged in his heart. At times, fate composes tales so shocking no poet would dare put his name to them, for fear his public would mock them as overly outlandish. Such was the case when Geralt and the ghost of Vladimir von Everick shared a body for an evening accompanied Shawnee... Wait. Oh. Such was the case when Geralt and the ghost of Vladimir von Everick shared a body for an evening and accompanied Shawnee to the wedding of Aldona, her friend from the academy. Some might have let this unusual escort interfere with their enjoyment of the evening, but not Shawnee. Looking around at the tasteful wedding decorations, smelling the rich odor of berry-laden rowan, a plant near and dear to her heart, one which summoned up fond childhood memories, Shawnee felt the heedless abandon of her younger years return, and, overjoyed, threw herself into the thick of festivities. One thing is certain, Shawnee was not bored by the company of Vladimir von Everick, who showered her with professions of burning desire and swept her off her feet with this maniacal energy. Yet when the hour came for him to return to the netherworld, she breathed a sigh of relief, for now she could spend some time alone with Geralt, who was much more sensitive and predictable, though Vlad would probably just call him boring. Alright, so we want to find berry-laden rowan. Let's see if we can figure out where that is. This is an alcoholic beverage, which is not what we're looking for. Let's see if we can find some rowan. That's probably up at the top there somewhere. Hey, Azure Tundra coming in with the resub. 2 years on the channel, 24 months. Good morning, 2 years, funny moments, memorable clips, and great gameplay. Let's get an exclamation mark hype in there for Azure Tundra. Thank you so much for the continued support. That is a heck of an achievement. 24 months on the channel. Of course, as a member of the Coffee Posse, you get many things on this channel, including the Voice of Nick emote, legendary status in the chat and Discord, 200 meatballs, higher chance to win in the heist minigames, and ad-free streams. You also have that handsome sub badge in front of your name. And of course, because you're a member of the Tier 2 subscribers, the Latte Club, you also have that handsome Voice of Nick cringe emote as well. Thank you so much, Reserve, for the continued support and for all the good times. Let's jump back in, and we're playing Witcher 3 right now. Geralt has just gotten finished being possessed by a ghost. What are you up to this morning, Azure? How is your morning going? I don't see anything over here.
A rowan. Shawnee mentioned she used to weave the berries into necklaces.
Aha!
Pretty, I guess. Thing is, will it cheer her up?
Yes.
Fine, I'll pick some. Becoming quite the romantic.
Oh, look, I'm holding the rowan. Give Shawnee the present. This reminds me of Witcher 1 when the present giving was actually a mechanic in the game. They kind of removed that from all the other ones.
Still here? Thought you had to meet Olgierd.
You and I see each other so rarely. Figured Olgierd could wait till morning. Smile, Shawnee.
You remembered I liked the Rowan.
Remember a lot of things about you. Wedding's still in full swing, but your face, I'd say you were at a funeral. Why so sad?
Sad? Not really. It's just... After I caught the garland, I realized something. The years are flying by, yet all I ever do is study, pump stomachs, and reattach limbs. All alone.
You've got friends. Me, for one.
In that case, let's drink to our friendship.
To friendship.
I'm afraid the drink's gotten to our minstrels. Horribly off-key.
Let's go for a walk.
Good idea. Did you enjoy the wedding?
Not half bad. Might have even enjoyed myself if I hadn't had to argue with a madman's ghost, be his puppet. Gotta admit, though, thanks to him, I did experience a lot of things I might have missed otherwise.
Mean chasing a dog through the woods, or brawling, fence board in hand?
Forgetting something. There was also a kiss.
True. Though that was so clearly Vladimir. I nearly forgot you were involved at all.
His will, sure, but my body felt everything. Reminded me of the old times.
Vizima, you mean? Oh, I thought you'd forgotten our whole Catriona story.
Epidemics long forgotten, sure. But the romantic bits in that adventure? Don't plan to forget those.
You needn't worry about our finances, sir. My workshop, business is booming.
Good. I'm relieved to hear it. See, coin's tied to Torrent, but don't tell the old battle axe. She'd be furious if she learned to let it slip.
Never you worry, sir. My lips are sealed as the grave. Us menfolk need to stick together.
Sir. Enough of that. I'm Vassy. But you can call me Dar.
Oh, thank you, Dar. I feel honoured. Let's drink on it.
Seems the families are bonding.
A bride's father and his son-in-law? Stiff at first, but add drink and they bond or slap each other silly.
I was afraid the wedding wouldn't happen at all.
Mean the differences in wealth?
Mm-hmm. Jonas's family didn't consider Aldona worthy.
Clear they love each other, though. Parents usually give in if that's the case.
Oh, I don't know. My mother would never accept an unfit beau, even if I insisted I loved him, had chosen him.
What kind of beau's unfit?
So far, every kind.
You only ever bring home fiddlers, jugglers, and witchers?
No, but she'd want me to choose someone wealthy, or with a good trade, well brought up.
Nothing wrong with that, is there?
I guess not, but it's hard to find one like that who's still even slightly amusing.
That's probably true.
Tell that to my mother. She actually thinks I should have found a husband at the academy. But I didn't. Ugh. I'm certain she thinks there's something horribly wrong with me.
Oh, please, Shani. It's the 13th century. Women don't go to the academy to find a husband. They go to learn, pursue their passion. You did that. I'm sure your mother appreciates it. You got a doctorate, have your own practice, been at the front lines many times. You're a good person. Not a thing wrong with you.
Really think so?
Really. Look, the brave brothers.
Drank themselves stiff as the boards they tore from the fence.
Wonder where the sister is. Couldn't protect her from a cheeky 4-year-old in their condition.
If they hadn't intervened, you'd have gone for a tumble in the hay with her. She was willing, if you ask me.
That was Vladimir, not me, remember?
But pretend for a moment it had been you, and the situation had been different. Say you're at the wedding, and that very girl keeps glancing, smiling at you. Then she finally walks up, and you know exactly what she wants. What do?
If Dandelion was around, and he usually is, I'd introduce her to him and walk off.
I don't believe that. You'd let the opportunity pass?
I don't need opportunities like that.
Changed your style.
Let's say I've grown choosy.
You say that as if you've already picked.
'Cause I have. Guess who?
Ooh, gorgeous.
Been thinking about that kiss.
What kiss?
The one Vladimir planted on your lips, with my lips. Just wondering if it would have felt any different without him there.
That I cannot tell you.
Only one way to find out.
So, how'd it compare?
Definitely rather kiss you alone, of my own free will. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe Vladimir was after more than a kiss. Said so openly, in fact.
All true. He was very direct, I'll give him that. Which, on occasion, has its advantages.
You're right. Can save a lot of time.
So, how do you stand today, Geralt? Have some time to waste with me? Or would you rather go back now?
Love to stay, I would. But we ought to get back to the wedding.
Oh, yes. That's best.
Penny for your thoughts?
Just thinking that friends should stay friends.
Mm-hmm. My feeling too.
I have a lot to think about. Alone. So I'm not going back to the wedding. Not really fond of watching drunks stagger around, anyway.
Shawnee, wait. Before you go, need to ask you a favor.
Yes?
It's about Olgierd. Seems a mysterious man. Can't escape the impression his story's more complicated than I thought. Could you look into it? See if you can learn something?
Sure. Be glad to.
Thanks. Be seeing you.
Yes. See you later, Geralt.
Sticking to our thing. I decided that in our storyline, Geralt's relationship with Yennefer has stuck. So we're turning down anybody else who tries to get him in the sack. Although typically in the Witcher games we've been like completionist style of just try to go to bed with everybody we can. But I suppose that's a bit of character growth for you, changing up the play style. Oh wait, that's not a torch. This is the torch. Because they're saying, good so far, gonna be another hot day. Frosty was playing Witcher 1. Oh yeah, I saw on Twitter he's talking about playing Witcher. I assumed he was just playing Witcher 3. I guess that's what everybody assumes when someone says Witcher. Yeah, I loved Witcher 1. I've been thinking about doing it again. A lot of the Novigrad stuff in this game really reminds me of the Vizima sections of Witcher 1. I loved the big open city in that game. There's a lot of stuff about Witcher 1 that I love. There's so many people who complain, you know, up, down, left, right, 6 ways from Sunday about Witcher 1, and I don't understand it. Like, yeah, it's a little bit rough around the edges mechanics-wise, and it, you know, it doesn't look like Witcher 3, but, you know, it's a great game. I mean, is that enough to stop people from playing a great game just because it's like a little bit rough to play it in the modern era? Don't understand it myself. Are these... Oh, these are already the assassin's pants that we had, but we need these boots. And now we can probably just, That was an insanely well done mission. I didn't think anything would be better than that heist that we did, but that was incredible, that whole wedding sequence. I wonder, can I go through this gate? Oh yeah, look at that. Come on, Roach. It's walking straight through those doors.
You go your way, I'll go mine.
So we can't actually bust him through the doors, we have to open them ourselves. What did you think of Witcher 1, Azir? What's your opinion of the game, having watched the playthrough and been a part of all the Witcher games? Azir saying sometimes it's hard to go back to roughing it when you've experienced newer stuff. Yeah, I've never really felt that. A lot of people do feel that way, which is why most streamers... I've noticed that most streamers don't play anything that's more than like 5 years old, because they have to live in like the modern day, and that's fine for, you know, some people like certain things. I don't have anything against that, but I've never personally been that way. Like you know, I'll watch an old movie just as soon as I'll watch a new movie, and I'll play an old game as soon as I'll play a new game, as we all know from the selection of games that we've done on these streams. I don't really judge games based on like, I try to consider the context, I guess, of like what came out around the same year, what mechanics were prevalent at the time. Like, I feel like I'm really learning more about the story of video game history by playing an old game, rather than just like, I want this game to have, you know, because if you think about everything from the context of like what games are like now, then of course older ones are going to seem bad. In the same way that like, yeah, technically like, you know, the original King Kong would seem like a bad movie by the standards of today's movies, but if you're considering the context of when it came out and what movies were like at the time, what visual effects were like at the time, then you can appreciate it for what it actually is, which is a groundbreaking and incredible film. So that's the way I try to think about it, I guess. Because you're saying Twitch versus YouTube are different animals in some ways. Yeah, definitely. I think that in both fields, people don't like to watch old games, really. But yeah, they definitely do have different quirks to them in like the way people watch stuff. Either way, I love The Witcher 1. I really, I think about it a lot. The Witcher 1. The storyline in that game was really good.
Whoa!
And it had a lot of very colorful characters.
You can learn a great deal when you're gripping a pair of pincers or wine.
Alright, so Oldgeared should now have a final task for us. Oh, let's sell off all of our armor and stuff.
That's it, Roach. In a hurry.
I'm a witcher! Ah, yeah.
Greetings again. So, you got a job for me, an interesting one.
Show me what.
Oh, we still have a shaved beard, huh? Damn, this guy's only got 496. Alright. Now he has 550. Let's at least try to sell the heaviest stuff. Oh, we have the wooden sword. Alright. These are gonna clean him out pretty fast. Yeah. Damn, nobody's got any money around here.
Long. Right one. Taking a peek at my wares, yeah?
Is you're saying if I was a streamer, I don't think I could compare the movie experience to video game experience when considering the viewer perspective when drawing to the channel. Yeah, well, I don't really talk about like streaming behind the scenes stuff that much, but essentially, you know my thoughts if you read the Twitch playbook stuff. The idea is if you're gonna ever continue to be a streamer, then you can't really care about what other people want to watch, because then you're just chasing your own tail by trying to follow what everyone else wants. You have to do what you want to do. Otherwise, you'll never stick with it enough for anybody to follow you in the first place. Or you'll burn yourself out until you don't want to do it anymore, which is what most people do. Anyway, I'm going to go get some more coffee, ladies and gents. We're going to play more Witcher, so I will see you in just a sec. Welcome back, everybody. We're playing more Witcher 3, and we're going to go talk to Olgierd. Let's see if he's got any good stuff for us.
For a herring, crown apiece. Huh? I'll wait for it to drop.
Welcome back, everybody. We're playing.
Oh, turtle's poking its head out.
Need to chat.
I'm all ears, Witcher.
Vladimir sends his love.
You spoke to him? Impossible.
Did more than that. Fulfilled your wish. And talked to him extensively. Curious what he had to say? Fulfilled your wish. Your dead brother had himself one more day like those of old.
Very easy to say. But have you got any proof?
I do.
Vladimir's hand is unmistakable. You've done well, Witcher. Need something else?
Crap, I should have read the message before I gave it to him. Welcome back, Azir, to the show, by the way. I don't think I said that.
Third wish. Time you stated it.
A moment, Geralt. I will say to something. Then we'll chat. You there. Yank the herring out the barrel.
Come on, none of this dallying.
Now, ready to listen? Or do you still not give two shites about what I've got to say?
I'm ready. I'm listening.
Good. You'll return to your lord and tell him as follows. His demand was brazen. Hurt me to the core. For I was brought up to respect the sacred law of hospitality. And I shall not bend to an uncouth boor's dictum. Understood? I will pay him a visit shortly to test his willingness to adapt. So you ride off and announce me. And don't spare your horse. Got it?
Aye, got it.
Give this man a mount and leave him go. Come, Witcher. We must talk outside.
The Theory believe one should only discuss important matters out of doors, with the gods as witnesses.
Beryl, what was that about?
On the way here, we stopped for nourishment at a tavern belonging to one Lord Dauntless. We enjoyed ourselves as one does at an inn, raucously. Our antics were not to the liking of this Dauntless. Sent a man to warn us that if we were ever to return, we would hang.
You burned the inn down?
I left ample compensation with the innkeep. But it seems the rapscallion neglected to mention this to his lord. But that's of little import. What matters is someone called me a whoreson and threatened to kill me. It was one of those threats that sound like an invitation. I intend to accept it. Return to those parts.
Must have made quite a few enemies along the way. Maybe not today and not tomorrow, but someday someone will find a way to take you down.
And that should trouble me why? I feel no fear, no regret. The wise men of Oxenford claim there are no gods. After death, there is only the void. I've known this void already. Death holds no surprises.
Fulfilled 2 of your wishes. Time I learned the 3rd.
Confident, aren't you? Proud, sure of your strengths. Fearless.
3rd task, if you don't mind.
Mutations. They stripped you of emotion. Tell me, have you ever loved? I mean, truly loved?
Yeah, I've loved. Can we get to the matter at hand?
Perhaps instead we ought to sit down inside. Have a good chat over some fiery water.
We'll drink once the job's done.
Afraid that's impossible. Succeed and that's the end of me. Fail and you'll not be back.
3rd wish. Still waiting to hear it.
Aye, aren't you stubborn? Fine. Listen well. I had a wife once. The day I saw her last, I gave her a rose. A violet one. Bring me that bloom. Wouldn't mind reminding myself what it looks like.
When was that? How long's it been? Flowers wilted and turned to dust by now.
You wished to hear a wish. Now you have. Fulfill it. I ride now to visit this Dauntless, but one of my men will remain here. He'll know how to find me. That is, of course, should you succeed.
At least you could tell me where your wife is.
In my old manor, east of Martin Foy's farmstead. I'd wish you Godspeed, but, well, you understand, I'm sure. Goodbye, Geralt.
Scenes from a marriage. I'm sure this is going to be more complicated than it seems.
Is it true? You brought 300 elves.
Because they're saying he reminds me of David Beckham. Oh wow, yeah, he does. I thought he looked like somebody. I couldn't think of who he looked like. You're right. He does look like Beckham. Is they're saying wish they would have another Witcher-based entertainment project, musical theme park. Would love to see those costumes. Yeah, like a Witcher Renaissance fair. Maybe the Renaissance fair has like a Witcher day. That'd be cool. Because they do like, you know, Steampunk Day and like all that stuff.
Oh, I remember you. What'll it be?
Mind if I have a look?
I would totally watch a Witcher musical though. It's right up my alley. 2 things I very much enjoy.
So long.
Witcher and musicals.
A good day for commerce.
Oh, so hold up. We can actually make another thing now. Let's make another white gull. And then we can make white honey, and that's basically it. Oh, no. We can make... Yeah, because all of these require another white gull. So I guess let's make the white honey. I don't think we're going to be able to get these, though. There's no... We don't have enough white gull suppliers around. Is there saying see the Witcher musical in Las Vegas? Yeah. We'll have a Cirque du Witcher. It's hosted by Dandelion. Let's see. Maybe we can go... Where is there a tavern? Do they mark taverns on here? Merchants? Yes. Innkeep. 1, 2, 3. That's all we got. There's definitely more innkeeps than that, though. I don't know why it's not marking them. Alright, well, we'll just go towards here and we'll see what we find. As usual. We're not gonna, like, completely go out of our way for it.
Have you heard? Auction house is under new management. What can I get?
Long live the king.
Your kind spreads disease. Defeat isn't a desertion.
He scared me a little.
It's so crazy that Witcher 1 and 2 didn't have a horse mechanic. I mean, when you think about the gameplay style of both of those games, they're more, you know, on foot focused, but like, just thinking about riding Roach in Witcher 3 is so integral to the actual gameplay. But yeah, it's like in Witcher 1 and 2, we never even had a horse. Remember how much we would take out our sword and run in Witcher 1 because his walk was slower than the combat run. So I would always have my sword out and just run as fast as we could. What's that over there? Bunch of horses. Cool. Yeah.
Hey! You hear me? Kendrick? Kendrick? You there?
Not so loud.
Ah! God, scared me after.
Not so loud, I said. Fog's not natural. Could be something in there hiding. Foglets or air nymphs, for example. Don't want to attract them. Believe me.
Foglets? Oh, sweet mother, my little, why'd I ever come here?
Kendrick fellow. Who is he?
We's partners. Sneak into derelict houses with something valuable lying about.
Mm-hmm. So you're a thief.
Thieves steal from the living. What's the harm taken from the dead? Kendrick went to open the door. I stood watch. Suddenly heard his lamp smash. Then nothing. Quiet. Called out to him, but... What was that? One of them foglets you spoke of?
No.
Phew.
That's a stone off my...
I'll see what that was and look for your partner. You...
Ain't about to wait around. I'm out of here.
Pretty sprawling, this estate.
Damn, whatever that thing was, it was not a foglet.
How am I gonna find that rose in this fog?
It looked like a Dark Souls boss who's dragging an axe around.
Fresh manure.
I want to go back to Vegas. I want to do a little bit of tasteful gambling. Not anytime soon, though. Wait until it's safe, I guess.
Water's ice cold. Mountain stream cold. Rather worn. Used often. Wonder by who?
Talk to the black dog. Sounds logical enough.
A grave here?
So it's a black dog that appears in the fog. Might be a reference. Let's see.
What are you doing in a place like this? Best shoe before you get hurt.
Okay, the partner's in the house, so we want to go outside.
Rope looks new. Bucket's been repaired. Gardener's hut. Could it be? Tools are so organized it's scary.
Is it?
Beehives. Well maintained, but dormant. Someone's still tending to the flower beds. No violet rose, though. Woods rotted completely. No violet rose here. Maybe somewhere out back.
Because you're saying Vegas is great, beautiful properties, food, shows, have to go in the right weather. Yeah, I don't really think there's any bad time to... Well, I guess if you go in the heat of summer, it's not that pleasant, but at least it's, you know, it's like a West Coast dry kind of heat. There's no humidity or anything. I don't mind it in the heat. And it gets pretty agreeably cold as a person who enjoys the cold, I guess.
I'd scooch along, kitty. This place. What's that? That. Digging.
Yeah. I hope we can still go in the house after this.
Someone dragged a wounded man through here.
Oh, so the partner is actually the
Prints from
same
clean
mission.
Boots, leading from the back of the garden.
Is you're saying, I looked up horse riding mechanics in video games. Was Kingdom Come Deliverance the first? No, Kingdom Come Deliverance was only like 3 years ago. There's plenty of games that had horse riding mechanics before that. I mean, Red Dead Redemption was 2011. Kingdom Come Deliverance was probably 2018, maybe? 2017? Elder Scrolls Oblivion was 2006, so that would predate it by at least 10 or 12 years, depending on when Kingdom Come came out. Oh, this is locked, okay. That is an interesting search, though. I wonder what was the first horse riding mechanic.
A lockpick? Must have been the other thieves.
I think even Morrowind had a horse riding mechanic, so that would have been 2002, I think. I don't know any horse riding mechanics before that. I mean, technically our game, Ultima, had a horse riding mechanic, if you count that. I mean, you do ride a horse in that game. And Ultima came out in, what, 1987? It's not like visually rendered horse riding mechanic, though, so maybe that doesn't count. Uh-oh.
Graves, unmarked, laid out in rows, like garden beds. Hey. Hear me? Other thief. Bodies mutilated. Who are you? Damn.
It is a Dark Souls boss. The Caretaker. Oh my god. That's a crazy concept design. I love it. Oh, he killed his own NPC. Oh, he's gaining health by killing them. Well, I better not let him do it. Got him! Holy crap.
What the fuck was that? No eyes or nostrils, deformed organs. Damn thing had no right to be alive.
Well, philosophers do still debate what it means to be alive, exactly.
Normally I'd be shocked, but not after what I just saw. Who are you two?
Clearly not animals. Think of us as friends of the house.
What's with the show? The pretense that you're animals. You couldn't have warned me?
No. We're obliged to maintain discretion.
So why talk to me at all?
Why? Well, we get so few chances to talk to humans, and we're curious to know what brought you.
Gonna need a better answer than that.
Later.
What about this thing? What can you tell me? Friend of yours?
We called him the Caretaker.
Doesn't look like any creature I've ever seen. Where'd it come from?
From very far away. He was summoned to guard Lady Iris and the home. He tended the garden, took care of unwanted guests.
Very far away? Meaning where exactly?
The name of this place would mean naught to you.
I wish they said, like, from Boletaria, or some, like, Dark Souls location.
You know the master of the house, the owner?
Olgierd von Everec? Yes. We know him, but he left, and his wife became mistress of the house.
Great. So, Lady von Everec home? Could you announce me, say she has a guest?
Why do you wish to see her?
I'm here to get the violet rose Olgierd gave Iris just before he left.
Iris is inside, in the bedchamber upstairs. Take his key. It opens the rear door.
Guess I'll make my own introductions.
Damn.
So, how should I address you?
As you did now. We'd rather keep our names to ourselves.
Oh, the Caretaker's spade. Is it a weapon? +6. Wow. 10% of damage. Whoa. 10% of damage dealt returned as vitality. I'm going for it. What did this one do? Max vitality, any vitality regen turns into added damage. Oh, that's also really good. But I gotta try it. Holy crap, look at this baby. Oh, but it doesn't do, he doesn't have any Witcher combat styles with it. Probably not gonna use it. As they're saying, not often that Geralt gets shocked. Yeah, that's true. Let's look around up here. We didn't get to do that before. Ooh!
A hairbrush. Floral ornamentation. Pretty.
They're definitely gonna have a thing where, like, they ask us to go get that, and we already got it. Pays to look around.
Another intruder buried by the Caretaker.
Damn, that was a really cool boss.
Seeds and bulbs. Someone's still planting flowers.
It was a very un-Witcher-like boss, I guess. I don't know. Like, there are a lot of cool concept designs in these games, but not like that, really. There was like a horror-looking concept. All right, we got to get rid of something heavy. What do we have that's heavy? Maybe one of these? Oh crap, wait. Oh crap. I put that bludgeoning sword in. We're gonna put Longclaw in, because I'm too afraid that I'm gonna sell it by accident. We're just gonna get rid of a bunch of these, so we'll have room. go.
Leave before it's too late.
Okay, this is another outside door. Search for Iris von Everick on the upper floor of the manor.
What the hell?
Oh!
Gotta be careful.
Ew. Haunted painting. Also, incidentally, a thing in Dark Souls. Dark Souls 2, to be specific. The cursed paintings. And Dark Souls 1, there was a painting you could go inside of, actually. Oh, Christ!
What the hell was that?
You got a proper haunted house going now. Let's look at Iris's sketchbook. Can I not look at it? I can't look at it. Is there saying, have I listened to the other Witcher audiobooks? I have not. The last one was Time of Contempt, I think. What are you up to? Are you done with all of them? I'm looking forward to the next one, though. I got a lot of books on my log. I've been using the Libby app for like renting from the library, and the way that you do it is like you place holds on books, and then like the timers run out, and then you have to rent them or like give up your hold. And so like I have like 5 books taken out right now. That's like I have to be reading like a book every like 3 days, or else they'll run out. So I'm like binging, just like really running through a bunch of books. I'm getting done with books faster though that way. But yeah, it's like I keep wanting to add the Witcher stuff, but I keep then getting more of these books like piled onto my thing. First world problems in the biggest sense of the word. Woe is me. Too many free books. Damn, that painting's spooky even when there isn't a ghost in it. Oh.
Intruder.
What? I have the key. Alright, I'm guessing she's upstairs. Oh yeah, they said upstairs in the bedroom, I think, so we know she's upstairs. Hey, there he is. Olgierd.
Olgierd as I've never known him. A different man then.
They're saying, I'm sensing you might be missing some Dark Souls gameplay. Yeah, well, it's been quite a while since we played Bloodborne, which was our last Souls game in our playthrough. Looking forward to DS3.
Tidy, and everything's clean, ready for a meal to be served. Caretaker must still set the table.
Very petulant ghost that just knocks over the chairs. Damn. This is probably the most properly haunted house that we've seen yet. And ladies and gents, on the next one, we're going to explore it. We're getting dangerously close to the end of The Witcher 3, so I don't know what to say, honestly. Let's hope it lasts longer than it seems like it's going to last. Guys, that's going to do it. If you don't know the channel, it's called The Voice of Nick. On here, I stream 3 times a day, 7 days a week. We play story-based games, and they're what we call ultra-blind playthroughs, which means I don't talk over story or cutscene moments, but I do request no one utilize their pre-existing knowledge of the game or the franchise. If you want to see more of what's happening on here, you could type !games in the chat. You'll get a full list of all 6 concurrent gameplay series going, including The Witcher 3. And if you like what you saw today, don't forget to hit that follow button. As they're saying, Time of Contempt was great. Yeah, I really like Time of Contempt. I forget what happened in, or where we are in the storyline right now. I don't know which one you most recently read, but for me that's the most recent, and I'll probably remember where I was once, you know, once I get into the next one, but I forget where everybody left off. Let's see who's playing a video game at the moment. Got some Last of Us Part 2 going on. That's definitely something I would like to do, but I'm putting some time between now and then. For anybody who doesn't know, by the way, the Steam summer sale is happening, so get out there and buy some video games in that summer sale. There's plenty of good stuff going on in there. Let's see. Maybe we can join in on one of these. Let's go say hello to Ro Beast, who's currently playing Elder Scrolls Online right now. Let's say howdy, ladies and gents, and I'll see you on the next one. Make sure you copy that raid message into the chat. I'll see you guys on the next episode. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye.